So this is Hare Krishna Valley. It's a very spiritual place, very peaceful place. It is what we call a dham. In Sanskrit in India, we say a dham means like a spiritual sanctuary or spiritual abode. I just got back from India 2 weeks ago. I went to 3 holy dhams, or 3 holy places in India, which are very powerful. One is called Mayapur, one is called Puri, and one is called Vrindavan. Some of you may have heard of these spiritual places. So the idea is that we go to these spiritual places and they have spiritual energy, and then when we go there we feel purified or sanctified. So Srila Prabhupada, who was the founder of the Hare Krishna movement, he's on the seat of honor, his picture is there. He wanted to make those places all over the world. So this is what this place is, it's a dham. A dharma means a place where you can come and you can get spiritual benefit by coming to this place. Do you feel like there's some energy here, like some spiritual energy or some peaceful energy? Yeah, you can feel it here because this place is a little bit different to what's on the outside world. How would you describe the outside world, the modern world that we live in?
Chaotic.
Chaotic? Oh, that's very, very positive description. It's true. It's true. Now, what else? How else would you describe this modern world?
Stressful.
What's that?
Stressful.
Stressful. Yeah, another positive word. Can we get any positive words for this world? What else?
Cruel.
What's that?
Cruel.
Cruel. Yeah, more positive words. Yeah, fantastic.
Full of passion and ignorance.
Full of passion and ignorance.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And it's getting better as we go.
Greed.
What is that?
Greed.
Greed? Yeah, full of greed. Yeah, it's full of greed. People are covetous, which means they're greedy. Yeah, so what happens when you come here, it's different. It's like an Atlantis. It's like there's like a bubble over these 200 acres as you come in. And there's a spiritual energy because we live differently here. Just like on our front board when you come in, it says natural living, higher thinking. Right, that's our motto. Right, live naturally and think about higher things. Right, have like a spiritual understanding of how you live life. In the modern world, it's kind of the opposite. Right, don't think too much and live as high as you can. Whereas here it's the opposite. We think about higher things, we think about enlightenment, and we live more simply. Right, to keep things in a better perspective. So that's the purpose of this place. So when you come here, you're meant to feel spiritually uplifted. Right, so I hope that's happening for you. And if you stay around, I think you'll feel that more and more as you go. So we'll have a spiritual discussion now, and we'll have some spiritual Q&A, and then we will have a nice vegetarian, vegan, spiritual feast. And then we'll go and see some spiritual cows. Does that sound okay? You happy with that? It's all spiritual here today. Like that. So, I just got back from India. And the reason we do these pilgrimages, actually, I went in September this year. Normally I travel in November because the weather is a bit better in November. But my wife's guru is passing away. He has cancer, and they said he has 6 to 12 months to live. So he called all of us. He said, come now. So we all flew to India, about 400 people from around the world all flew to be with him. So I spent about 3 weeks there. She was there for about 2 weeks. And he's in a very enlightened state of consciousness. He's a Swami. So he's a very enlightened being. And the one thing that I noticed about him, which is extraordinary, is that he doesn't have a fear of death, which that means you're enlightened. Because when there's fear of death, it means we haven't reached enlightenment yet. Because the soul does not die. That's what the Bhagavad Gita teaches. The Bhagavad Gita is our main book, which Krishna spoke 5,000 years ago. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna describes that the soul lives forever. So actually there is nothing to be fearful about, because you don't die. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, it is just like when the soul goes into another body, which we call reincarnation, or transmigration of the soul. It is just like putting on new clothes each day. Each day you get up, you put on a new set of clothes. You're the same person, but your clothes are different. So that's what it means. Reincarnation means that you get up in the morning and you just put on a fresh set of clothes. So this body is just a new body, that's all. But our soul does not change. I have the same soul. I'm the same soul that I've always been. But in my last life, I looked different to this. I had a different covering of the body, different vesh, we say in Sanskrit. So everything changes externally, but the soul remains the same. So that is enlightenment. So when you're not fearful of death, it means that you understand you're just about to change your situation, that's all. And in Krishna consciousness, what we teach here is we don't want to be born again. Right? In Sanskrit, we call birth and death, we call that samsara. Samsara means the cycle of birth and death, the samsara chakra. Chakra means like a Ferris wheel. You've seen Ferris wheel? You know, the wheels that go up and down in the playgrounds like that, or in the amusement parks. Like they had one in Geelong. I was down in Geelong yesterday. They've taken it down. I don't know why, but it's not there. It was like that. I was mortified. I went to Geelong and my Ferris wheel is gone. No one told me. What sort of public communication is this? I go to India for 3 weeks and they take the Ferris wheel. So I don't know, maybe they're fixing it or something, I'm not sure. Do you know why it's not there? Or? Not sure? Yeah, I don't know. They're taking it down anyway. So anyway, the point is that the Ferris wheel goes up and it goes down, right? And you're traveling around on the Ferris wheel, and sometimes it stops at different places. So birth and death is like that. It means you're just like changing situations. But the goal of Krishna consciousness is that we don't want to be born again in this world. We want to attain immortality, which means you go back to another world where you are not born again. In Sanskrit, we call that Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means a place where there is no anxiety. Hands up if you'd like to go there. Okay, I think we've got 98%. Now, people want to go to a place where there's no anxiety. We can take you there. We can take you there. It's actually simple to get there. How do you get there? You have to connect to that place, that spiritual place. There is another world. There's another world. We all know it's there. This is not the main world. This is the reflective world. Just like on a lake, Krishna explains in the 15th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, you have a tree next to the lake, and then on the water, you see the reflection of the tree. But as soon as you touch the reflection, the tree disappears. That's what this world is. It's a reflection of the original world, or the reality, right? The kingdom of God, or Vaikuntha. Many people call it many things. Heaven, people have different names for it. So that world is a spiritual place. And this world, it's just like a reflection. You just touch it and it all disappears. Because everything in this world will change in due course of time. Just like if you came here to where we are now, 100 years ago, it didn't look like this. Right? It was probably all forest and it was all very different. You come here now and there's a building and there's a car park and there's all these things. You come here in another 100 years, it might look totally different again. If we don't know, things will change. So the reflection will always change, but the reality does not change. Right? In that world, that other world that we're aiming for, there is no birth, there is no death, there's no old age, and there's no disease. And these four things, they cause anxiety. That's why that place is called the place of no anxiety. Because in this world, then there will always be anxiety. And these four things, they cause anxiety. Birth causes anxiety. We don't remember, because you don't remember when you're born. But it's not a particularly pleasant experience. Has anyone given birth here? Was it pleasant? No. Was it the most difficult thing you've ever gone through? Yeah, so birth. And for the baby as well, it's not particularly pleasant. That's why usually they're crying when they come out, because it's not overly pleasant. So that's called birth. That causes anxiety. And then there's death. Right? Hands up if you're looking forward to death. Right? Yeah, some people. Yeah. But usually it causes anxiety. For most people, it's a source of anxiety, the thought of death or facing death. Right? And then you have old age, right? Not particularly pleasant. right? And then you have disease, right? Disease is also not pleasant. If you get disease, right, it causes your life to be unpleasant, gives you anxiety. So these four things, they give you anxiety, right? So there's many things that cause anxiety in this world. All sorts of different causes of anxiety there. So this place that we're in now is called Kunta. Kunta means a place of anxiety. But the other world that we want to get to, that is called Vaikuntha. It's without anxiety. So the question is, how do we get there? Does anyone know? How will you get there today? You have to change your...
in the present moment.
What's that?
Just by being in the present moment and not in the past and not in the future, just being as it is now.
Yeah.
It is what it is, kind of idea.
Yeah. That's helpful. That's helpful. They won't take you there, but that will help you to get there. Like that. It's a very good, very helpful state of consciousness to be in. But we have to change our consciousness, right? From material consciousness to spiritual consciousness. Now, what is spiritual consciousness? Spiritual consciousness means that we have to become selfless, right? Material consciousness means we are egocentric. It means everything is about us, right? Now, if you analyze the material world, everyone is in it for themselves. That's the material world. And that's why there's, as we said before, describe this material world, people say chaos, right? They said anxiety, they said all these things, greed. No, that's because everyone is in it for themselves. So you have to change your consciousness to being completely selfless, right? And devoting yourself to something higher, for the pleasure, living your life for the pleasure of Krishna. That's what we call Krishna consciousness. So, who is Krishna? Krishna is in our tradition, that is our understanding of God, right? He is Krishna. He is a bluish cowherd boy. You see in all the pictures around the room. He is a bluish cowherd boy, and we call him Krishna. Krishna means he who is all attractive. Right? That is Krishna. So when we dedicate ourselves to changing our consciousness to want to serve Krishna, that is Krishna consciousness. And when you develop that, that can take you out of this world once and for all. Right? So that's what we're aiming for. We don't want to take birth again in this world. Because you take birth, you're just going to face a different set of problems. Right? You've probably got enough problems this time around. Hands up if you've got too many problems this time around. Yeah, most people, right? So then, if you come back again, it's not going to change. There's just going to be a different set of problems. That's all. So, material world's such a wonderful place. We all come here to enjoy, and then we get the opposite. That's the nature of the material world. It is limited and temporary, as Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. So, to change our consciousness and to reach that state of consciousness we want to get to, we chant the Hare Krishna mantra. That's what we were doing before. That simple process of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra can lead you to a state of spiritual consciousness where you become selfless and you become purified and you want to dedicate yourself to a higher cause, to serving Krishna. So that's why we do the chanting. Just like when we were all chanting before, did anyone feel anxiety? Anyone? No? Did you feel your anxiety disappearing? Kind of? That's good. That's a good start.
Chanting as well as Kirtan. Kirtan definitely, 100%.
Yeah. Chanting and Kirtan are the same. They're just done differently, that's all. Yeah.
But Kirtan is with other people. Chanting mostly we have to do alone.
By yourself, Japa.
Yeah, so with other people it's really
more powerful.
Yeah.
It's more powerful.
Yeah.
That's why we do it together. When you do it together, it's so powerful. And it lifts your consciousness up very quickly. And then you don't feel anxiety. And it enlightens you and it takes you to a spiritual place. So here at Hare Krishna Valley, we're teaching these things. One of our mottos is chant and be happy. Right? Just do some chanting, you'll become happy and peaceful. If it doesn't work, we give your money back. Is that okay? Money back guarantee. But it works. Actually, it works. I've been doing it for a long time. I just went to India, doing a lot of chanting, and feeling spiritually enlivened and uplifted. And actually, tomorrow you'll see the moon will be full. What do we call that? Purnima. Purna means complete. The moon is complete, and nothing is missing. That is called Purnima. That is tomorrow. And actually tomorrow, in our tradition, it is the most holy month of the year. It is called Kartik. Some of you people are from India, so you've heard of Kartik. So Kartik Mas means tomorrow, any spiritual activity you do, you get thousands of times more benefit. Right? It's very powerful for 1 month. Right? So we get up early in the morning, we do our chanting, we do our devotional activities, we dedicate everything we can to Krishna for the next month. And we do that all the time anyway, but the next month we go very fixed on doing that. And you can make so much spiritual progress rapidly. Right? And your anxieties disappear and your problems disappear. You don't want to stay in this material world forever.
Never.
Never. Never ever?
Never.
Ever. Ever. Like that. So you don't want to stay here forever. It's a problematic place. So you can get out. There is an escape route, and we know the path. And that's why we invite people here. Come here and we will teach you. Right? It's not so difficult. And when you come here, you feel that anxiety, it disappears. Because that is the nature of the place. Because life is respected here. Life is sacred, and we respect the life. So we have 25 cows, 25 bulls. You see in India, people say holy cow or mother cow, like that. So after lunch you can come and meet our holy cows. And when you protect life, right, then the atmosphere becomes peaceful. So here there is not exploitation, we protect life. Right? We don't kill the animals. We don't kill things unnecessarily. Right? And if you live like that, your life becomes very peaceful. You become karma free. Right? And your life becomes very peaceful. In this world, people have so much karma. Especially these days, we have ugra karma. Ugra karma means terrible karma. Right? People are doing such exploitive activities that there's so much bad karma coming back to the earth. That's why the wars break out. That's why there are the famines and the floods and all the problems in the world are coming, because people are doing so much exploitation, so much bad karma. So here we don't do bad karma, and the atmosphere is different. And you can become karma free, and you feel your life becomes lighter, and you become happier, and things become easier. Does it sound okay? Okay, you look happy. You okay? You happy? You look happy. That's good. Okay. So does anyone have any questions or comments about anything you'd like to know? About our philosophy, our lifestyle, our movement, anything you'd like to know? Then you can ask some questions or comments.
How often do you chant every day? Is there a time where you get up in the morning, you start, and at the end of the day, or is there any set times?
Yep.
Or
Very good question. Sorry, I'm just a bit thirsty after playing the drum.
And can you download on your phone the words?
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah, you could find it easily. You can find the mantra easily on the internet. Just look it up. Hare Krishna mantra. Yeah, the question's very good. What's the best time to chant? When do we chant? All these things. In our tradition, we like to chant for 2 hours a day. So we have meditation beads. Does anyone have their beads? Someone? Is anyone spiritual here has their beads? Yeah.
One.
Oh, one spiritual lady. Can you please hold up your spiritual beads, spiritual lady? So you'll see these are our meditation beads. So on these beads, we have 108 beads. So we chant one mantra on each bead. Right? So the mantra, as you know, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Oh, you have your beads also. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So we chant one mantra on each bead. Then we go to the next bead and we chant 108 mantras. And then for us, those who are very committed, Then we go around one mala, or one set of beats. We go around 108 times. Then we go back again, and we go around 16 times a day, which takes around about 2 hours. So that's our commitment. And usually we do that early in the morning. So we get up early, 3:30, 4, 5 o'clock, like that, and we chant in the early time of the day because it's much easier to concentrate before the sun comes up. And it says the most powerful time of the day for spiritual progress is called the Brahma Muhurta, which is 1.5 hours before the sun rises. So we chant early in the morning. We chant different times of the day, but especially early in the morning is very beneficial. And even if you just chant one, you can get the beads in the shop. We have a shop at the back. You can buy the beads. Even if you just chant one mantra, one round, which means 108 every day, take you about 10 minutes, you'll feel a profound effect on your life. And if it doesn't work, we'll give your money back. That's a very good question. Okay. Any other questions?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
When people are born, our soul is eternal and it takes a different form each time we're born here. Why do we not remember anything from anything in the past?
That's a good question. Yeah, why don't we remember our previous lives? So it's a good question. Some people do remember their previous lives. It's documented. Some people do remember. Do you know there's a famous book about a little girl in World War II. Her name was Anne Frank. You familiar with her? Yeah, most of you are saying you know Anne Frank, but you can look it up if you don't know. So she was a girl who was trapped in Amsterdam, and the Nazis were occupying at the time, and she had to live for a number of years in a hidden room in the top of the house. And you can go there. There's a museum now called the Anne Frank Museum. You can go to the actual place, you can see it all. Her diary has been read by millions of people around the world. It's very famous. Now, it has been proven when she passed away, she took birth in Sweden, and she is an author now. And when she went there as a little girl, she was born in Sweden, her parents, and she had many memories and many things she was saying. And they took her back to that place. She walked in there, and when she walked in to the museum, she was on the ground floor, and there used to be paintings on the... And she said, "Oh, where are the paintings?" And then they asked the people who look after, the curators of the museum, and they said, "Oh, we've taken them down to clean them." So she walked in, she remembered things from previously. And there's so many things that she remembers, we're quite certain she is Anne Frank, who is reincarnated. I can't remember her name now, but she's quite a well-known author in Sweden. So this is an example of reincarnation. So some people do remember, but generally we don't. And one of the reasons is because when we take birth, and when we leave the spiritual world where we came from, we come here because we want to forget our relationship with Krishna, with God. So when you come here, you become covered by ahankara, which is called ego. We call it false ego. And if you were understanding, if you like, we're born in this and we forget our previous life, but if we remembered our previous life, we would be somewhat enlightened. And then we would forget, then we would remember who we were. We're spiritual and all these things would come. But because we want to forget those things, then Krishna says, Jnanam smritya apohanam cha. He says in the Bhagavad Gita, which means I give you knowledge, remembrance, and forgetfulness. So if you want to forget things, he will help you forget things. So that you can identify with this and you can play out your drama in this life. Right? But if you want to remember him, he can also open those things up so you become more enlightened also. So that's one of the reasons. Another reason is people have bad things happen to them in this life. And when you remember the bad things that happen to you in this life, it affects you. It psychologically affects you. So one reason we forget our previous... Imagine if you had to remember the last 100 lives and everything that happened to you. You know, we'd all probably be born as like...
Gods.
As what?
Gods.
Gods?
We know so much wisdom when we were born. We learn more and more and just keep on learning until eventually.
Yeah, that's one point. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we would be like... We would have so much knowledge. That's good. Yeah, you'd be enlightened. But from another perspective, if we remembered all the suffering, all the different events we went through, psychologically that might be very difficult to... Like, people can't even deal with what happened in this life. Imagine if you had the last 100 lives to deal to. You know, your therapist would be...
You need a team of
You know,
I think so much.
which life was this that we... like, yeah, the poor guy would be like... You know,
You'll have to see a therapist.
yeah, it would be very, very difficult. So there's different reasons why we forget. But yeah, we do forget. Mainly we forget because we want to forget. We think this is the all in all now.
And that's why we're here.
We're here because we wanted to
Enjoy the false ride.
enjoy the fall. Or we wanted to. It's described as misusing independence. Everyone's given independent will, free will. Like, I have free will, right? So I can throw this cup wherever I want right now. Right? Where do you want me to throw it? Nowhere. Okay, so. So, you know, we have free will. We can do a certain amount of things. So we're given that free will, but when we were in the spiritual world, we wanted to like misuse it. So Krishna said, God said, okay, you go to another place and get it out of your system. Use your free will and do all the crazy things you want to do. And when that's out of your system, come back to me. So that's why we forget. Because we want to forget. We want to go away and exercise our dominion. We want to like be powerful and we want to exploit things and like that. And when you get sick of that and you want to do devotion again, then you come back to Krishna again. Does that make sense? Or, yeah. So, any other questions?
I have a further question if there is no other.
Did someone else have a question?
I have.
Yeah. I'll come back to you, Edmund.
Yeah.
But we'll take another one.
So yeah, when you said like you have 25 cows.
We have what?
25 cows.
Yeah.
So when any of the cow is near to its passing stage, how do you deal with it? What do you guys do?
We'll ask the cowherd girl what we do.
We just take care of it and keep it as comfortable and as peaceful as we can, and then we let it pass in its natural time.
And when it passes its natural time, then?
And then we bury it.
Okay.
But yeah, we just let it, that the soul that's within the cow live its natural term of life.
Yeah.
So, we do the best we can through, we call cow protection.
Yeah.
So we're protecting it from being exploited or suffering.
Yeah.
So it, like the rest of us, has to go through the processes. So we just make sure, that we can give the cow the best life it can be to live according to its natural nature, and to have no fear, to be healthy,
Yeah.
and then when ultimately anything that happens in this material world, anything is affected by birth, death, disease, and old age. So we just make sure it's as comfortable as it can be, and it's peaceful, and we give it a lot of association, so it's not alone, and when it peacefully passes when it's ready. But it's just it's part of the natural cycle. A lot of our cows will live to be into their 20s.
Yeah.
Naturally, which we don't normally see. Normally, the cows we see out are only a few years old. They don't get a chance to live much more than 5-8 years maximum. But of course, some will may have precursor diseases or conditions.
Yeah.
So they don't all live to 20. Some may leave a little earlier, depending on what their personal situation is. But yeah.
They are rescued as well, or they are just like
No, these ones are all born on the farm.
they're natural or hybrid?
They are, some are, we've got full gears,
Yeah.
which are a desi cow, traditional
Desi,
Indian
yeah,
cow.
yeah.
And then some are Brahman, which are cross. Like Brahmins are a cross of a couple of different zebu breeds.
Right.
But yeah, so we have Brahmins and gears.
Very nice.
Thank you. Any other questions? Yeah.
You mentioned about the reincarnation, right? So, like, when someone dies and they get separate from the body and the soul, so then when that soul, how does the soul find a particular body again?
Yeah.
Like, what is the connection? How does it happen?
Yeah, it's a good question. So how does the soul find its next body? Like that. So how do you find your next body? How does the soul find the next body? Right? That is according to our karma. The word karma means activity, action. So in this life, we're doing so many positive and negative things. So at the time of your death, then, according to your activities in this life, you'll be rewarded or punished, or both, with particular karma in your next life. So then that will, you're developing your next life according to how you live in this life. So whether you go down into a lower species of life, that will be because you're misusing this life. Or if you get born into a higher, more enlightened being, that's because you're becoming more enlightened. Or if you live your life fully for Krishna, in service to Krishna, then you will get a spiritual form and you'll go and live with Krishna in the spiritual world once again. So that's up to you. You're creating your next life. Now, who organizes it all? Because who keeps track of it all? Like how many people are in this room? 50 people or something in the room, or whatever it is. Imagine you had to keep track of everyone. Oh, he did this today, and then yesterday he did that, and then, tomorrow, it's like, and then you got to keep track of everyone and add it up and decide who goes where. So Krishna has some helpers who live on the planet called Pluto. You know Pluto? Yeah. So in Sanskrit we call that Yamaloka. Yamaloka. So there's a god there called Yamaraj. He's very powerful. In India they call him the god of death. And him and his friends, his helpers, Chitragupta and so forth, they're adding everything up. Yeah, they're like a supercomputer, right? And they're watching what everyone does and they're writing it all down. And when you die, if you've been not very good, you go there and they say, okay, so what are we going to do with you? And then usually you say, oh, please, I'm so sorry. And they say, well, it's a bit late. You did some not so good things. So then they'll organize for whatever you need. Or if you've been good, you don't have to go and see them. And if you've been very spiritual, they can't touch you. Right? Krishna will send his representatives, the Vishnu Dutas, the spirit, and they will take you to Vaikuntha, to the spiritual. So it's up to you. You're creating your next life.
It's all my call.
What's that?
It's all my call, like how I
Yeah,
do it.
it's all your call. Yeah, because we have to take accountability and responsibility. What so many people do in this world, they blame everyone else. Oh, this person did this to me, and then, so therefore I act like this. That's all nonsense. Right? We have control of how we act. Right? We all had things happen to us in our life, but that doesn't mean that you have to act a particular way. You can change. Just like there were two boys, they were brothers. Here's a story. Two boys, they were brothers, and one of them had a very good life, he was very successful, and one of them had a lot of problems. So then someone came to them and said, why did you turn out like that? And both the boys said, my father did not behave very nicely towards us. And because he did not behave nicely towards us, the brother who had all the problems said, what else could I do? He didn't act nicely towards me, so then what else could I do? I had to have all these problems in my life. And then the other brother, right, who was not treated nicely by his father also, he said, and he turned out very well and had a very successful life. He said, well, what else could I do? My father didn't treat me very nicely, so I wasn't going to do that again. So it's our choice, that's the point. So yeah, it's up to you. Where you want to go in your next life, that's up to you. How you behave. So if you behave nicely and you're Krishna conscious, you'll go to Krishna. And if you're not, then you can become a dog in Sweden. It's up to you. It's up to us. We're choosing like that. So, someone else had a question or a comment? I thought I saw someone's hand. Yeah.
How many people live here?
Full time?
Yes.
It's about, I think it's like 6 of us full time, and then we've had a few. We have like a volunteer program, and we've had some volunteers that've been here like 2.5 years. You know, COVID happened,
Yes.
and then some people got here just when that happened. They said, you know, can we stay? And we said, yeah, no problem. So I'd say at the moment there's probably about 10 of us here. At the moment, it kind of changes because we have volunteers come and go. Just like we had a Spanish couple with their 11-year-old son. They were just here for 10 days, and they just left a couple of days ago. So it was probably up to about 13. So our population fluctuates. Just like in the rest of the world, everything fluctuates. So. But yeah, it's probably about 10 of us on average most of the time. So.
And do you offer retreats here as well?
Yeah. Yeah, I just put a poster up just before. We have another retreat in January.
Yeah.
Next weekend we have a cooking retreat where we teach cooking and yoga and spiritual things. That's already booked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we have, if you look on our Facebook page, you follow our Facebook page, yeah, we've got retreats coming up all the time.
Yeah.
And in our shop, if you leave your email address, I'll put you on our list. And then whenever there's a retreat, I email everyone and like that. So yeah, just stay in touch. And please come.
I've wanted to so many times and everything keeps happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll work out
Okay.
like that. So. But if you want to come down, you can come down any time. Where do you live?
Just in Winchelsea.
Oh, Winchelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so every Thursday night, we have like a spiritual get-together.
Oh.
So you're welcome to come. Yeah, every Thursday night. So just send me a message if you want to come in the morning, and we make sure we cook enough. Yeah, you can come down all the time. And if you want to just come and help out, there's stuff to do. So yeah, no problem. Any other questions? So I saw another hand again. Edmund, did you have a...
You answered, you covered it in one of the other
did I?
questions. It was about birth and
Birth and death? Yeah. So you got the answer?
got the answer. Thank you very much.
Krishna works in mysterious ways. So there we go. Any other questions?
Just a kind of comment, come question that's a bit vague, but
Yeah.
I've thought about it a lot, but you know, we read about the ancient times, yogis and satis would go off the forest and just chant all the time and live under a tree and also, well, recent times, you know, we have devotees live in a temple and they get early in the morning and chant for 16 hours in the temple, and sometimes we had these big farming communities where everyone could go on the farm, they all could get up early and chant in the morning. It was the best time, as you said, but in this day and age a lot of people have jobs, they live in big cities, and early in the morning have to go off to work, you see, and so they can only chant in the evening and be busy in the morning. First in the morning have to get up and go off to work, so that's probably not as effective. But any suggestions how they can improve that? Because, you know, lots of people have jobs and they start early in the morning, so they have to chant in the evening, you know, it's a bit late. So.
Well, it depends how early in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, because like my brother Christian, he gets up early, like 5 o'clock or something.
Fluctuates.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, fluctuates for all of us. But you know, like he works, he runs a company, but he, you know, quite often gets up like 5 in the morning, and he'll chant like from 5 to 7, like when it's, you know, and then you know, most jobs you don't have to start at, you know, 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
So you know, there should be some time like that. So generally, but if you can't, I mean, if you have to start very early, yeah, you can chant later on in the day, chant in the evening, or like that. As long as you're doing some chanting at some point. That's the point. As much as possible. So, any other questions? We have some more time, so if you have
Do
anything.
you meditate as well? Like chanting is very active.
Yeah.
Do you do something else and like meditate as well during the day, or
Yeah.
in a true sense of silence and
Yeah, chanting is meditation. And as you said, it's active, but it's actually the most absorbing type of meditation. because, as you said, like, you know, silent meditation is an example. Like if I say to you now, just think of nothing. It's not possible. There's actually, because there's no such thing as nothing. Because as soon as you find nothing, right? And if I say to you, you know, what is nothing? You say, oh, I found it. And I say, oh, what is it? Then you start to describe it. It's not nothing anymore. It's something, right? So it's not. There's no such thing as nothing. So it's difficult just to say, like people say, clear the mind of all thoughts. That's not possible. Because, you know, while you're meditating, you're thinking, am I thinking? Is this a thought? Should I be thinking? Should I be asking myself this question right now? What's for lunch? Your mind goes all the time. So effectively. So usually before I chant, then I have a little bit of time where I'm not like, but I quieten myself, quieten the mind. Right? And I say some prayers and I do some things like that. So yeah, we do like incorporate that. That doesn't meditate. But our main meditation is the chanting. Because your mind needs something to grasp on. So it's just easier, it's just a more practical way to. And it leads somewhere, because you can say, when you just meditate, as you're saying, just be silent, that's good because it calms your mind, but that's not the goal of life. Right? The goal of life is not just to have a calm mind, because lots of people can have calm minds. It doesn't solve all your problems. It helps, it's definitely a good thing, but it's not like the ultimate goal. Whereas when we chant, we enter a state of Krishna consciousness, and Krishna consciousness can take us to another realm, which can give us the highest bliss that we can perceive. So it's considered like a more complete type of meditation. So, but whatever you feel comfortable with, what do you feel comfortable with? You know, we do. I do like a kind of like a meditation in the morning, but it's not completely devoid of anything. Like I have a focus
Before you chant.
before I chant. Yeah, I do like a meditation where I kind of pray to my predecessors, my gurus from the past. I kind of meditate on them and like that, and then I begin the chanting. So, good question.
So as a beginner, you sit you sing along with the chant, or is it better as a beginner, as a learner, do you get the book and start reading the words, or do you put it on your headphones and sing along?
Yeah, you just get the beads, like we showed the beads before, and you can get a mantra card, or we can give you books, like in our shop we have books and cards, and you'll pick up the mantra within 5 minutes. Well, it's only 16 words, so yeah, it's not hard. You just got to learn the order. Within 5 minutes, if you're doing it, like you'll remember it, and then you just meditate. Just Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare. So it's a meditation. So it's not hard to do. Anyone can do it.
Prabhuji, also on YouTube we have
Yes.
Prabhupada Java.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
We can listen if he wants.
That can be helpful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes to chant with others, or if you're living at home, like and there's no one else around, then yeah, you can play as we're saying on YouTube. Then there's other people can chant with you, so to speak. You can play that. These days you can do anything. You know, it's all here. Like the whole universe is at your fingertips. I was listening to a lecture this morning by one of my gurus who's in Vrindavan in India. Yeah, you can sit there and you can watch. You know, I mean, the world's incredible now. The technology we have, so we have so much opportunity to reach out. Any other questions? Yes, madam.
You were saying before that your wife's guru is passing away.
Yeah.
So what happens when they pass away? Are you assigned a new guru, or how does that work?
Yeah, it's a good question. In our tradition, we have multiple gurus. You know, you don't just have one guru, because what happens if your guru does pass away? Then you don't have any guidance or instruction. So we have what we call shiksha gurus, which means instructing gurus. So if your principal guru, like my principal guru, he passed away about 20 years ago. But then I have shiksha gurus or others who can give me advice and instruction and guidance when I need it. And my guru actually told me that the day that he initiated me, he said, form relationships with others. He actually gave me that instruction so that, you know, we always have like a safety net. And then, if your guru does pass away, the relationship is eternal. We don't lose connection. You know, you always feel their presence. Like my guru passed away, but I can feel him right now. I can feel his presence, and he does guide me. And I was even saying to my wife that one of my gurus came to me yesterday, not physically, but he came to me. Like, you know, it was on, I saw something on Facebook. It was like a little saying of his, but it was so pertinent to what I'm going through right now. I could feel his presence powerfully. And then later in the day, he came up again. It was like a second. I thought, well, you know, he was coming to me. So there is no disconnection from the guru, right? Time and space do not inhibit the relationship. The relationship is always manifest. And, you know, by the arrangement of modern technology, you have all the recorded lectures and, like, you know, my guru and my wife's guru, there's thousands of hours. So, you know, you can listen again and again to their instructions, and it's like they are there. And actually, Prabhupada, in the beginning of the Bhagavatam, our guru who translated these books, he writes, he's speaking about his guru, he says, he lives forever by his divine instructions, and the follower lives with him. So by the instructions or the guidance or the, you know, whatever we were given, the knowledge and the wisdom, that's always there. So there is no disconnection.
So you're always imbued
Yeah.
with those teachings and that guidance.
Yeah, you feel, as long as you're following the instruction, you're connected. When you're not following the instruction, you're disconnected. And then that opens up a whole nother chapter of your life. And your guru will come to you in a different way. You know, because if you start going off course, they come to you. But they come in a different way. They get back on course.
Yeah.
You know. So, you know, we're not disconnected. You know, time and space don't keep. But on the other level, you know, it's very painful. You know, to lose their physical proximity. You know, I'd love to have my guru present, my main guru, because, you know, I could take advantage of his instruction, his guidance. But they always teach us that if those things are going to disappear, then we have to take advantage of their guidance and their instructions, which will stay with us perpetually. So, good question. Any other questions? Yeah.
What is the right time to take shelter? Like, about you, like, when did you decide to take shelter?
Of a guru?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the right time?
Yeah.
The right time is when you are ready to follow what they will say.
If you already follow them?
Then it's the right time. Take shelter of a guru. But you have to, see, the thing is, people say, I want a guru. I want to take shelter. But then when the guru gives you an instruction, you say, oh, I don't want to follow that. So then you're not ready. Because when the guru gives you an instruction, you have to follow. So it means, when are you ready is when you're willing to follow what the guru will teach.
What if, like, we cannot follow all the vows we have taken? Like,
Then you're not ready. You're not ready to take initiation.
Yeah.
When you know you're ready to follow, then you're ready for initiation.
How long it took for you?
It took me, I don't know, a bit over a year.
1 year.
But when I joined this tradition, I moved into the brahmachari ashram. I became a monk when I was 19. So I got on the fast track. Yeah, I took like the express train. So it took me a bit over a year, but that's because I was so deeply absorbed. You know, but if you're living outside and you're doing different things, you know, it may take longer. It doesn't have to move that quickly. There's no time which is right or wrong. It's when you're ready to surrender and follow the guru's instructions, then you're ready for teachings. So when you're ready, you're ready.
Sometimes different days, you know.
That means you're not ready.
Yeah. I definitely don't know it.
Yeah, because if you're saying I'm ready on Monday but I'm not ready on Tuesday, you're not ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll follow my guru Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, but not Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Right? Or I'll follow Jesus on Sunday, but I won't follow him Monday. That doesn't work. Or people go into the Catholic Church. They go into the confession. So you walk in and you say, forgive me, Father, I have sinned. I did all this, and then you walk out and you keep doing all the same thing. So you can be holy when you're in the church, but then when it doesn't work like that. We do this every day.
It's just like the sanskars are so bad that during the worst days when you were like...
Everyone's got some scars. Everyone's had things happen in their life. Don't worry. If I asked everyone in this in this room, you tell me what happened to you in your life, right? We'll all start crying. Seriously. Yeah, you want to hear my story?
Yeah.
You'll start. I'm not going to tell you. You're going to start crying, right? And you tell me yours, and then I'll take randomly. There's enough there for everyone. And as I said before, it doesn't make a difference because it happened to all of us. It was just different for all of us. That's all, right? Like one great life coach, he always says, "Divorce your past." Right? Divorce it because it's there and it's a problem. Right? And if you're going to wake up every day and go, "Oh, this happened to me when I was 6 and this happened to me when I was 18," and your life's never going to move forward. Right? It happened. It's tragic. It's difficult, but now it's time to move forward. That's what spiritual life is. Right? You have to be very determined to go. Like when you drive in.
Yeah.
When you drove in, there's all those signs along the way.
Yeah.
Did you see the ones that determination? Yeah. So that's one of the ones you have to pick up. Right? Determination. You have to be determined. Because this world, if you're not determined, this world will take you out.
Yeah.
That's what this world is for, to take you out. Right? You have to make sure that doesn't happen to you. You have to stay so focused and so fixed. Like Arjuna. You know Arjuna?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like fixed. He was a great warrior from the past. He's on the front cover of this book. That's Arjuna. He's a great warrior, right? He was just so fixed. And if you read his story, he had much worse things happen to him than us.
Yeah, of course.
Like his life was and he was so fixed on his spiritual life. So we should be like that. Otherwise you'll get swallowed up by this world. And you don't want that to happen. Okay?
Yes.
TK?
Ready.
Any other questions? From the group. Very nice questions today. We have a little bit more time, so if you have anything you want to ask.
I just wanted to add something in regards with what he was asking about, like what other things we do to help us or assist us with the meditation. Like there are also different types of pranayamas, and some of us might do a bit of that before they start the chanting as well.
Yeah.
So it helps us to pacify the mind and reduce all the amount of thinking. And that. You can also find different techniques in internet. Or reading a little bit of the text, as well as grabbing the Bhagavad Gita first and reading 1 or 2 verses to help you to get into a different type of consciousness before you start meditation and chanting.
Very good. Yeah, pranayama, breathing exercises. Right, just do some pranayama and breathing, calm your mind. Like I said before I chant, I always, calm everything down.
Yourself.
Yeah, prepare yourself. You can't just jump in.
Right.
You've got to prepare yourself, calm everything down, get focused. Right? We call it swajaya, or we call it bhuta shuddhi, which means purifying the mind. Then you start your chanting, you start your focus. But that needs to happen in the beginning, so that's very good.
And maybe one more thing in regards, like changing our lifestyle to help us also to have a better quality of chanting, like everything starts from the day before. So if we also go to bed earlier, like instead of chanting at 9:10 until 10 or 11 o'clock, just try to reverse it. I know it's hard once you get into certain patterns and habits, but like try to just go to bed a bit earlier so you can wake up also a bit earlier, and then you fully rested and sleeping throughout your meditation. That's also things that can help us to incorporate that in our lives.
Yeah, like I was just in India, so when we go there, we wake up at 3:30 in the morning. right? Which I don't wake up that early when I'm here, but I wake up, 3:30. So you go to bed at 8:30, and just get very, very focused, and then it's good, beneficial. So, where did you learn all these things?
I was fortunate to live in the ashram as well, so
Yeah.
that's a good training.
Yeah, good training. Where did you start your journey?
I started here 10 years ago. I came as a volunteer as well, and I was one of the ones that only wanted to be for 1 or 2 weeks, and I stayed for 2 months. I wanted to stay for longer, but then he suggested to move to the ashram, so I took him as one of my Siksha Gurus, instruction one, so I moved to the ashram.
She came here 10 years ago for 1 or 2 weeks. And now she lived in the ashram and she's become a spiritual teacher herself. Very, very powerful. Thank you, sister. Any other questions? Anyone else? Yeah.
What is something you recommend we do tomorrow on the holiday?
On the holiday?
You said do whatever spiritual practices you do will be amplified.
Yeah, what do we do on the holiday?
Like for us to go tomorrow to what's something spiritual that we could do to.
Yeah, so for you, do some chanting. Do some chanting, on your beads, do some chanting, do some meditation. We, for the next month, every night we get together at 7:30 in the evening, and we do we have a special ceremony where we offer candles, and we sing a special prayer which is 5,000 years old, and then we discuss a little bit about spiritual things. You're welcome to join us if you want to come down. We'll do that for next month. We'll do it every night at 7:30. And then we get up early in the morning, and we do our chanting and everything like that. So just whatever we do, whatever you've learned from us, then you just do that in your home. And if it doesn't work, we'll give you money back. Okay? Okay. Thank you very much. Any other questions? Yeah.
Why there is no deity? The deity?
Why don't we have the statues of Krishna here?
Yeah.
We don't have enough people here. That's all.
Okay.
There's only 10 of us here, and we have 25 cows, bulls that we have to look after every day, and we run retreats. We do so many things. So like in Melbourne, if you go to the temple in Melbourne, they have the statues of Krishna, the deities.
Yeah.
But they have priests, and that's their full-time service, just to look after and do all the altar service and everything.
Okay.
So the size of the project and the manpower base, we don't have enough people to do that. That's why.
Right.
And if you want to come and live here, you can take care of us. Okay? We will talk after lunch, okay? And we will see what we can do. With that. See if you want to move from Canberra tomorrow. Any other questions? Comments? Okay, thank you all for coming. Very nice to see you all. Very good questions. Very enlivened. I feel very enlivened.
Thank you very much for your enlightenment, Keshava.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just got back from India, so I feel enlivened. I feel spiritually surcharged. So it's nice. It was very, very nice. So we're going to have lunch. So you just go out the door, turn right, just outside the kitchen. We'll serve out there. You can eat just anywhere around. The dining room next door is also open. So if you want to eat inside, you can go in there, or else you can eat around. And then in about an hour from now, we'll go and visit the sacred cows. So you can join us, and you can go if you want to feed them and pat them and get to meet them. Then you can. Thank you very much.